The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guest do not reflect those of the host, the show, the management, and the network.
Hearts that listen, think, learn, and connect. Only here at PLC.
Evening. Hi. Good
Hi,
evening, Coach.
good evening, Coach Xenas, and welcome. No, welcome back.
Welcome to Family Tuesday, everyone.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, so at least happy na ako may kasama na ako, may partner na kasi last Tuesday, no. Yeah, we talk about vocation, no, and kasama ko yung mga partners ko sa before sa St. Francis Xavier, and now no we choose a very important topic. But before that, we would like to greet, no, batiin namin yung mga taga-subaybay namin diyan, no? Who always find their time to share the insights. So we would like to invite you to share the link, no? Tapos if mayroon kayong mga insights regarding our session tonight, no, please share, no? Please
Yes, share the link.
share the link.
Share the link.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
tsaka pusuan nyo naman.
Yes,
Oo,
yes.
yeah.
But before that lang, batiin ko muna, no, lahat ng mga si Sandy, no, nasa Iloilo ngayon, si Gaby, nasa Cebu na. Okay, si Jan out, and si Gaby lang nandito ngayon.
Rafi.
Si Rafi, and
Oo.
lahat ng mga kuya at ate
Oo.
sa mga Agila, no, magandang gabi sa inyo, lahat ng mga big brothers,
Yes.
sa mga former seminarians na nanonood ngayon, no.
And I'm seeing Coach Loretta in the room. Hi, Coach. Good
Hi,
evening.
Coach Loretta.
Yes,
Good evening.
and I'm also seeing Dane. Dane is also watching tonight. Hello, Dane. Share the link. And I hope you will enjoy. All right, and do share, no? Tonight we have a very, very interesting topic,
Yes.
diba? Pinili ito ni Coach.
Yeah, pinili ko to kasi
True to life.
as long as sa lahat kasi marami ko na-engage ngayong lab.
Mm-mm.
Medyo busy tayo engagement with a lot of people, and
Mm-mm.
isa sa mga nagka-crop up talaga is itong issue na to. No, it's an old issue, but ngayon kasi nag-evolve na kasi, no? Nag-evolve na, and when I was researching, konting research kanina, marami akong mga nakikita na na mga studies na may impact na talaga to siya, no? Sa
Yes.
especially ngayon sa bawat buhay ng mga mga workers.
Yes, those who are employed, those who are in business, diba? So, actually that, even before the pandemic,
Yes.
everyone was really, always saying, I need work-life balance,
Yes.
diba?
Totoo.
Na parang, of course, ito, diba, we feel guilty, diba, that we seem to be working all the time. And
Yep.
we don't have time for ourselves and our family anymore. And
Yeah.
lalong na-magnify siya, Dad,
Yes.
nung nagka-pandemic.
Nagka-pandemic na.
Oo,
Okay.
kasi we are online na, 'di ba? So when we stayed at home, when we work from home, parang halos the whole time na tuloy na nasa home ka, puro work naman ay
Yes,
inasikaso
yes.
mo.
Okay.
Nasa bahay ka nga,
Sige,
pero nasa harap
natin,
ka lang ng
perspective
oo.
natin, Coach, ha? Okay,
Mm-mm.
but before that, ang topic natin ngayon is finding, the word is finding, parang finding Nemo.
Hindi mo.
Nemo, no? Finding work-life balance in the new normal. So meaning to say, the onus or the responsibility sa atin.
Yep.
Okay, so ito yung mindset na gusto kong i-ano natin ngayon, no? Tangible mindset na pwede nating so we start. Okay, so sabi ni Coach Xenas kanina, before, it's an issue na, nandun na yan,
Yes.
palagi na yung pinag-usapan.
Oo.
Kaya
Diba?
lang, iba yung challenges before. No? Kasi pag sinabing work talaga, no? 8 o'clock, umaalis ka, The normal bumabalik ka after 5 o'clock. Diba? So, trabaho
Or-
na naman.
Or in our case, like you leave on a Monday and come
Mm.
back on a Friday.
Yes. Yes.
Diba? And it's all work. Lagari yan.
Yes,
diba?
lagari yan.
Oo.
So, ito yung normal. Diba? Ito yung normal. Kaya lang, because of what happened during the pandemic, may tinawag na new normal. Okay?
Yeah.
So, ito yung new normal na sinasabi natin ngayon na yung favorite word nga dyan is blended.
Blended.
Blended na, no? Ang meaning ng blended, meaning yung trabaho mo, dinala mo sa bahay. Okay? Yung bahay mo, dinala mo sa trabaho.
Alright.
Okay. So para bang ano siya, no? Para bang ano siya before. Para bang okay lang, no? Kasi it's may necessity, may need. Kaya lang as they go along, no? So they go along. Parang mayroong mga lumalabas na issues. Lumalabas na issues love, no? Especially kung kasi di ba ang sabi daw kasi is dapat ang home is ano siya para bang the sanctity of home. Dapat bahay-bahay.
It's the place to rest.
Yeah, place to
be with
rest.
Family.
Yes, ngayon.
Diba? And diba, sabi nga ng mga matatanda, wag daw dalhin ang
Yeah.
trabaho sa bahay.
Yes,
Diba?
totoo. Right. And ngayon, iba na talaga ang nangyayari.
Yes.
Diba? And that's a challenge because totoo nga naman sa bahay, hindi talaga design for
For work.
no? Nandiyan yung mga bata. Nandiyan yung mga maraming disturbance. Right? And no, sinabi ng ibang companies daw love na result oriented lang daw, you have to deliver, but kaya lang nahihirapan ang worker.
Yeah, nahihirapan tayo, no, those who are employed particularly because work has encroached into the family home.
Yes.
Okay? No, so and minsan nga na nagigilty tayo to file overtime if we are at home, di ba? But actually, when you are at home, sometimes you go overtime kasi nga hindi ka nga nakaalis dyan in front of the laptop kasi marathon meetings yan.
Yeah.
Or yung mga reports non-stop na kailangan mo.
Maraming nagki-claim love na dapat biglan sila ng allowance. Kasi yung time na nasa opisina ka, di ba, meaning to say you were using the aircon, you're using the facility of the office, wala nasa bahay ka.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, kayo ginagamit mo yung own resource mo.
Yes.
Di ba? So, yun yung mga minsan, I don't know kung anong mga nangyayari dyan sa na yan. Ang iba naman, nag-a-adapt, may mga set-up na, na favorable, okay, sa workers, ka-favorable naman doon sa company. But before that, gusto ko lang, isimulan din, na sino ba talaga ang may pasimuno nito? Itong work-life balance. Diba? Kasi di ba, sinasabi natin ako noon, di ba, before, work-life balance, but ngayon ko lang nalaman kung sino pala tong nagsimula nito. Okay, so ang pangalan niya is si Robert Owen. Okay, so he was nagtatrabaho siya sa Wells manufacturer and isang labor activist, ang isang Wells manufacturer ng mga sasakyan to.
Alright.
Okay, and ang sinabi niya, simple lang, which is hanggang ngayon, ginagawa natin, yung 888. Anong meaning ng 888? 8 hours labor, 8 hours recreation, 8 hours rest. And alam niyo pala, 17 pa pala tong word na to.
Ang balance.
Ang work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
Imagine, 18, 17 pa nandyan na to. So, malaking issue na talaga to.
Yeah.
And maraming mga intervention na ginagawa. Kaya lang ang focus natin ngayon is because of the new normal. Okay, nagbago na talaga So ano ngayong mga ano yung mga dapat nating gawin and ano yung mga transition na dapat we have to take responsibility.
Yeah, but let's talk about work-life balance first.
Yes.
When you say balance, ano yung mga words na connected to it, di ba? Work-life balance.
Sige, but before that, love, para sa'yo, in your own words, ano yung pag sinabing work-life balance, top of the mind?
Kasi dati, Dad, I used to, feel very guilty because I spend more hours at work than on myself and at home, di ba? So, like for example, it's been a long time since I measured based on the 8 hours work that I put in. It's not 8 hours at all anymore.
Yes.
Diba? So, okay, you stay in the office from 8:30 to 5:30. But hello, even after you leave at 5:30, meron pa talaga yan mga na kailangan mo asikasuhin, and hindi mo ma-avoid na pagdating mo sa bahay, gagawin mo pa rin yan.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So, and it is really the routine. So, for me, ideally, work-life balance is really, there are 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
All right? 24 hours a day. May compromise na nga ako eh. Sige, okay. Can we have half-half? Half to work for work and half for myself and the family. All right? But even then, no, parang hindi pa rin siya nangyayari, di ba?
Yes.
So,
Kasi especially, no, pag uwi sa bahay, may mga Zoom meetings pa rin, may tumatawag.
No, even before the Zoom meetings came in, Dad,
Mhm.
di ba, yung mga tawag, yung mga
Yeah.
mga conflicts or issues that you need to manage, reports that you need to change, which needs to be done after office hours.
Yes.
Diba? So, and as you move up the ladder, 8 hours does not apply anymore,
Yeah,
diba?
totoo.
You are like on call, diba?
Mhm.
I think even like, remember when I was working with an airline,
Mhm.
I was like, there were times that I would be like 24 hours on
Yeah.
call, diba? So at any time that, there's a problem,
Yes.
they would call us up, even while I'm sleeping and I have to go to the airport,
Yes,
diba?
totoo.
So, work-life balance, I don't know, parang siya, it's really very fleeting. Parang hindi ko siya
Yeah.
ma-achieve.
Yeah. Kaya parang lang siya, no? Parang pangalan.
Yeah.
Work-life
Okay.
balance. But
Ano yun?
but it's a good thing para sa akin na we are reminded. May nagre-remind sa atin na work is different. Life
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
Okay, kasi ngayon may mga bago na which is pag-usapan natin later.
And I'd like to also mention lang that when you see work-life balance, minsan we look at it as yung work talaga is parang culprit.
Yes.
Diba? That's eating up into the life part of the balance,
Yes.
diba?
Yes.
But
yes.
minsan, we also need to remember that work is actually a blessing,
Yep.
diba? And it is there to help
Yeah.
us reach our dreams and the dreams that we have for our family.
Ito yung mga breakthrough na gusto namin i-share na po, Xenas, kasi hindi pwedeng paghiwalayin eh. Ako rin naniniwala ako na work and life, hindi pwedeng paghiwalayin yan. No, na ang style kasi natin, we use mathematical equation na para bang 100%, ilan ang percent dapat sa work, ilan ang percent, 50-50, pag mayroong discrepancy, imbalance na kaagad. Diba? Ganun yung mga mindset natin. But later on, we would like to share with you, ano yung mga mindset na dapat nating panghawakan
Hey,
dyan.
Dad, I'm seeing Sandy. She's online. She's watching us. Hi, Sans!
Hi, San.
Pa-post naman dyan. Paano ka naman? What to you is work-life balance?
Yeah, especially sa work ng isang
Does it exist?
Oo.
And for the rest who are watching, please, type in, what to you is work-life balance?
Yep.
And are you able to achieve it? Alright?
So before natin i-kuan yung mga words na common about work balance, meron kasing impact, diba sabi natin kanya. So we have to back up by studies. May studies kasi sa isang company, yung Monster Company. Na yun na nga, a lot of more sa isang workplace, 36% are thinking of quitting. Okay? Yun ang mga realities ngayon. And di ba, even sa US lab, yung tinatawag nila na Great Resignation. Di ba? 50% ayaw lang bumalik. After the pandemic. Kasi nila yung
actually, we're actually experiencing that also, Dad. Kasi syempre nasanay na dun sa routine ng work from home, 'di ba? And now that people are, the offices, companies are slowly going back to the normal, to the pre-pandemic normal, that offices are opening up and all, and so it's face to face now. So there's that apprehension, 'di ba, na paano 'yun? Paano yung balance namin na supposedly na-achieve? Diba? So, so that's why, there are people who are thinking of looking for jobs that can give them more flexibility.
Yes, totoo. And to beef up lang yung sinire ko kanina, according to the question is why people are quitting. Okay, so according to the Microsoft study daw, love, people are quitting because, number one, yung 24% is mental health. Diba? Okay, because yun na nga yung nasanay na doon sa mayroon ito pala yung trabaho, pwede pala sa bahay. Right? And alam mo, equally 20 to 24% is yung lack of work-life balance.
Yeah.
So, kita niyo. So, malaking factor talaga sila. Why people are quitting?
It's really the transition that, you know,
Mm-mm.
when you say for mental health,
Yes.
diba, it's really all about also the volume of work that's coming in.
Yes.
And not being able to strike the balance or the blend.
Yeah.
Diba? So,
Agree.
oo,
Wherein pa
nahirapan,
oo.
maraming nahirapan.
Wherein pa kanina, love, I was having Zoom meeting with the company for their team building, no, doon end of the month, no, and one of the issues na sinabi nila is yung sinabi mo, yung workload, no, workload, na paano nila talaga yan i-address because ang dami na talagang
And especially since many companies have what's this, downsized.
Yes.
Diba? So therefore, yung dating work of 3 people, nagiging work of 1 na lang.
Yes.
Yung corporate with under 1 person, diba? So it's really the volume of work has really moved up, diba? So, yun. Alright?
Yes. Ay, minuksan ko lang yung notes ko dito. Okay? So, especially ngayon, so sinabi namin kanina na we will be talking about the mga words, no, na very common.
Connected to
work-life balance. And meron kami mga general questions, no?
And it's very important because tayo as parents, we also need to recognize this, no? Because we play different roles in our lives.
Yes.
Hindi lang po tayo workers or employees. That's one important part of our life. But the other most important is that us being spouses, being parents, diba? And as sisters, brothers, no? So yan ang and that is why this topic is very important to us.
Well, in fact, mention ko lang, according to the study nga nung kanina sa Microsoft, 71% daw, no, malaking talaga to out of 100. Because workers are feeling love na yung mga nila, yung mga leaders nila are not taking care of their well-being.
Yeah.
Kaya yung workload, yung sinasabi natin kanina na workload, no. And lumabas din yan doon sa I was conducting last week kasi na leadership retreat, no. Out of town. So yan, yung mga issues na yan. Kaya pinili ko talaga to sila, no, para na topic na to para mapag-usapan natin.
Yes.
Okay, so love ang first word na natin ngayon.
Okay. And those who are watching, comment kayo, ha.
Yeah.
Sige, may mga tanong si Coach Sisoy.
Okay, so ang unang word natin na common to parang din siya, no, yung English niya saka yung salita niya na Bisaya, parang sila very close.
Sige.
Kasi burnout. Pagod. Burn. Pagod sa Bisaya pa, di ba? Makarelate kayo.
Pagod sa Tagalog.
Pagod.
Pag Bisaya, pagod.
Kaya burnout. Di ba? So parang related sila. So burnout, di ba? Yun ang common Bakit ka nag-quit? Bakit ka bakit ka nag-slow down? No? Bakit ka yesterday our topic was about quiet quitting. Bakit ka nag-quiet quitting? Because of that word.
Quiet quitting.
Burnout na ko
So what's the question on burnout then?
So ang burnout, ang question natin dito, love, is how common is burnout, no, in the workplace, and how can we avoid it? Ano ba natin maiwasan tong burnout?
Ano natin maiwasan ang burnout? May mga tips ba kayo dyan?
Yes.
Diba? So is it very common? Diba minsan like, admittedly, okay? So let's also just play it fair. Minsan pag may mga times naman na hindi ganun kadami ang tinatrabaho natin, di ba?
Yes.
Pero pag medyo dumami, automatic yung word natin, nababurnout na ako.
Yeah, burnout.
Di ba? But also, in reality, many people are also really burned out.
Yes.
Okay?
And
because they're spending so much time at work.
And ang ano pa nga dito, love, kasi wala silang choice. Di ba? Hindi ako pwede mag-stop, sir. Ito na yung nakasanayan ko. Ito yung hinihintay ko na magre-retire ako dito sa work. So,
and ito lang pwede kong gawin. Yeah, may mga ganyan.
Yes. Yeah, totoo. We are telling here, straight na, na mga sharing ng mga kaibigan natin kasama sa industriya, may mga na-engage ko na companies. And yan. So, ang burnout is nandyan. So, nandyan.
In fact, Dan, one time I interviewed somebody, and I was asking him, and I asked him, why are you wanting to transfer to us, Nabu-burn out ka na ba?
Yep.
Sabi niya, hindi ma'am, hindi na po ito burnout, blackout na po talaga ito.
Yeah.
Diba? So there's just too much. There's just too much
On the plate, no?
on his plate,
On
that
his
he doesn't
plate.
know, he cannot move anymore.
Oo.
So yung pagod is has become very physical,
Mhm.
'di ba? And affects you mentally as well,
Mhm.
'di ba? So it comes out as, mga physical signs, symptoms sa katawan, headache,
Lahat ng ache.
lahat ng ache, headache, backache, 'di
Stomach
ba?
ache. Oo.
Kung ano-ano na lang, 'di
Oo.
ba?
So, burnout is common, love. Nandyan talaga
it
yung
is,
palagi.
it
So,
is. It's happening,
it's
'di
a
ba?
common lang linggo na pag
Mm-mm.
meron kang masamang pakiramdam, burnout ka agad, no? Bakit? Oo.
Yes, oo.
And yun, no, especially yung mga nagtagal sa trabaho lang.
Oo, may comment dito
Bakit?
si ano.
Bakit ano yun, paano nyo hinahandle ang burnout?
Oo, may sinasabi si Coach Loretta.
Sige nga.
Oo, sabi niya, find ways if burnout na sa work. Maybe need to take a vacation or need to change work. Yan din.
Ayan.
Diba? Especially if matagal na.
Ayan. So,
Okay.
parang okay yung mga first, yung mga to take a vacation. Pero yung iba, mahirap tanggapin. Balik mo ngayon, Jel, yung ano yun? Change work.
Change work. Yes, oo.
Oo.
Tapos thank you for that, Coach Loretta. May sinasabi din si Sandy. Sabi ni Sandy, tips to help with burnout. Take a break. Definitely, di ba? I had a friend who was burnt out na talaga. They were contemplating on resigning na, but someone told them to take a week off to regroup. They took the time to rest and recharge. When they came back, motivated na ulit to work. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
totoo
true.
yan.
In fact, there are companies like ours who really require their people to take mandatory leaves.
Leaves, yeah.
Oo. Actually, we don't call it mandatory leave or block leave anymore. We call it wellness leave. Oo. Diba? Because everybody needs to take a break. And that is why you have vacation leaves, diba? Para, you need to have, breathe some fresh air, diba? Oo.
Challenge nga kasi pag holiday, pag walang holiday, di ba? Mga tao talaga, no? Tawag nito, gusto mag-leave, di ba? Pero pag may holiday na, pwede sir magtrabaho.
Magtrabaho kasi holiday pay.
Kaya nga, to share lang something kasi yung kinanda ko kasi, love, di ba? Yung last month and this month is about leadership retreat.
Yes.
Okay, so ang akala nila talaga yung retreat is something spiritual. Totoo naman, no, may dinagdag ako talaga na spiritual doon. But again, ito yon. Yes. We have to take a retreat.
Take a break.
Take a break. It's a retreat. Yeah, unplug. No, you have to to distance.
And it has to be deliberate.
Yeah.
Diba?
Deliberate yan, ha? The keyword is deliberate, meaning to say you have to make a decision.
Conscious decision.
Na kailangan mo talaga to. And ito sinabi ko sa kanila. Okay? It's like dancing a cha-cha. Diba? Sabi natin, it's one step backward, two steps forward.
Yes.
Okay? But even in the Bible, no? Jesus Christ, nagpapahinga rin.
Pahinga.
Yung Sabbath day, diba? Nandyan talaga. So, rest is a weapon.
Yes.
Palaging nandyan. So, yun na nga. And ang ano lang dito, love challenge, kasi a lot of people are planning.
Yes.
Di ba? Pinaplano. Minsan sabihin nila, mabuti pa hindi planuhin kasi nangyayari. Di ba? But again, the word here is take a break. No? Take a break talaga.
Okay.
Huwag na yung break a leg. Mahirap yun.
Jel, i-flash natin yung comment ni Sandy. Baka magtampo na, no? So, sabi ni Sandy, gosh, even after 4 years of work, I still have not achieved work-life balance. Yes, totoo yan, Sans, no? It's almost impossible, right, Sans? But I am trying hard to find that balance, especially with my line of work na hindi fixed on hours. You have to set boundaries. Clock out at a certain time. Do not take your work home. Do not work on weekends. Work will always be there when you go back. All right. Magpaka-stress sa trabaho. Magpaka-stress sa trabaho according to your sweldo. Oh my gosh. All right.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
Coming from a millennial, and I'm happy that she's learning and growing. Okay.
And sabi ni Doc Mick Briones, no, sabi niya, the perfect time to relax is when you don't have time for it.
Medyo malalim.
Oo, malalim.
Pag-explain, di ko mag-gets.
But I think it's true because, when you do not, when you come to a point where you cannot even rest, maybe you're just doing too much.
And
there's just too much.
Ang tips ko dito is listen to your body. Meron tayong inner rhythm, 'di ba? May inner voice
Yes.
tayo na minsan
Oo.
kasi pinagsabihan ka na may ano na, may signal na, 'di ba? Okay, may sign na.
Sign.
Ang akala kasi ng iba kasi noise lang. But again, it's a signal na pala. So listen, listen.
Like yung Dad, pag magpalpitate.
Yeah, marami tayo and alam ko naman yung iba ayaw mag-leave kasi sayang din, 'di ba lang? Oo, kasi pag nabawasan yung income nila, 'di ba? Mahirap na kasi maraming 'di ba? Lahat ng maalan ngayon. But again, ang sinasabi natin dito, paano natin ma-connect kaya yan, love, yung burnout na yan na hindi naman necessarily. So ako ang tips ko diyan dito, love, is
Meron pa sinasabi si Sandy.
Yes.
Sabi niya, if you do not take the time off to take care of yourself, your body will choose it for you.
Totoo yan.
Yes. Tapos may comment pa si Doc Mick. We work hard and party even harder.
Yan.
Yes.
That's
a good tip. Correct.
Kung yung YOLO, di ba? Yung you only live once.
We had a discussion.
Kaya sabi ko dyan, paalala lang ha, you live every day, you die only once.
Yes.
So choose wisely. Huwag nating ibuhos lahat. Diba? Kasi inom hanggang wala na, di ba? Anyway, discipline na rin. May discipline tayo. Okay, going back lang.
Ayan, nag-comment si Sandy. Gets ko na. Oo. So, nag-ano na kayo? You understood now what Doc Mick was saying. When you don't have the time to relax because you literally cannot relax. That is the perfect time to relax.
Yeah.
Daming relax. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Gets ko na. Mag-relax tayo. Right. Okay.
So, ito nga ang challenge di ba? How can you relax in a storm? Di ba? Sabi nila, because even the storm has the eye, yung pinaka-ano niya, yung center, yung steady siya doon, relax siya masyado. Di ba? So, yun ang gusto natin dito is, paano natin ma-blend? You're working, but again, meron ding element na nafe-feel mo na may balance pa rin.
Oo.
Okay?
Dad, yung sinasabi mong how can you relax in the middle of the storm? Diba? So, actually, last week I was telling my boss already na, boss, madam, pwede ba ako mag-leave?
Yeah.
Because, I was going through, last week, right? It was pretty heavy. Like every day I was facing some issues. Diba? And finally, when I had that one-on-one with my boss, I said, you think I can take a break? Can I take a leave? And I was so touched because she was so accommodating. Sabi niya, oo naman, considering what you went through this week.
Yeah.
Diba? And, but, at the end of the day, it was me deciding, maybe not at this time because there's so much happening. Diba? And she said, think about it. Diba? So it's, if I was thinking, probably if this was some other period, probably a few years back, in another setting with another kind of boss, I would probably be told, why will you be going away? Your house is on fire. Why will you go away, diba? So, pati yung the culture has also changed in the workplace, no? So, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah. So, yan. I thank you for that, coach, na experiential, and that's the beauty of our dito sharing because we draw out from experience, being workers and managers, and we journey hanggang ngayon, ayan, yun nga, di ba? I was in sabi ko nga yung leadership retreat. Stressful talaga siya, because ikaw lang ang speaker for 2 days. Di ba? So lahat ng energy nandiyan sa'yo. Kaya nga after the event, I was telling yung mga team na kumuha sa akin, I have to compose myself, makaupo lang ako kasi bumababa na yung energy. Di ba? But again, yung tips ko dito, kung yung burnout, for burnout, you have to choose yung question is, are you happy with your work? Okay, dapat yun ang mo ngayon. Tanong, happy ka ba? Kasi pag happy ka kasi sa ginagawa mo, mayroong element of burnout. Normal yan. Kaya lang, madali ka makarecover. Makadali ka makarecover. Kaya nga, you enjoy the moment, yung sabi nga nila lang, parang hobby na yung work mo.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi na siya talaga yung burden, na pinaglaban.
You celebrate your wins.
Buwis buhay.
Oo, you celebrate your wins, diba? Oo, and yung mga mini achievements mo.
Yes.
That has to be, you have to savor the feeling, diba? Para balance naman, di ba?
Yes. So,
And I think it also management or companies also play a big part there,
Yeah.
no, to
mm.
prevent from many people having a burnout.
Yeah, you
So,
see, kwento mo ka kanina, di ba? Leadership plays a bit, kung nagpaalam ka tapos sabihin, wag na. Di ba? Kasi ganito yan eh. So, the house is on fire, di ba? Parang ganun. So, what is the message that you're sending to your team, to your leaders? Di ba? Ay, yung leader mo, kailangan ng break na eh. Di ba? Para bang ano yan eh. Kasi stretch na talaga eh. Pag pinabayaan mo yan, di ba? Kaya nga burn eh. Out pa pagkatapos. Nasusunog na, lalabas na yan.
And so that's why I was very appreciative of, the way my boss told me that, you need to take a break. Just let me know when you want to do it.
Yeah.
Diba?
So, very important again yun ang take namin dito sa board before tayo mag-Gel is that you really have to find question is, are you happy with what you're doing right now?
Yes.
Number 2, leadership, no? Dapat nanggaling dito yung initiative.
Yes.
Leader-led tayo dito.
Yes. And before we go on a break, I'd like to say hi to Kat Olmo, who is on a break right now, on a leave. Hi, Kat. Enjoy your leave.
Sana all.
And we have Cora Kibol also watching tonight. So thank you. Let's just take a short break. Thanks.
Think, learn, and connect. Yan po, no? Only here at TLC.
Lahat ng mga viewers, thank you very much, and I hope and sana meron kayong natutunan something special, something new today.
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa inyong lahat, and let's mark your journey with goodness and greatness.
Welcome again to another episode of Students and Me here at Talk Live Channel.
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat, and welcome once again to this edition of Hearts That Listen this last Friday of July.
So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's another episode of Hearts That Listen. Ikaw na nanonood ngayon, huwag ka nang mag-atubili at huwag mo pong sarilihin ang pagkakataon na ma-share ang video natin para mas marami tayong ma-inspire ngayong gabi. Dahil pag-uusapan natin ay ang temang Helping Hands. Hawak kamay tayong tutulong, hawak kamay tayong susulong para sa mga advokasya, para sa mga layunin, mga goals natin sa buhay. At yan yung ating pag-uusapan.
Okay, we're back, Coach Xenas.
Yes.
Okay, so kanina habang we were talking about burnout. So, burnout. Ngayon, another na naman. Another word. Okay, boundaries.
Boundaries.
Okay,
yes.
kanina, lumabas. No?
Sandy was saying talking about boundaries.
Boundaries.
Diba?
So, draw a line.
Draw a line.
Saan ba dito talaga yung work?
Do not
saan ba
bring
dito
work
yung
like it daw.
saan ba dito yung life? So the question is, what advice do you have for setting a clear boundary between work and home? Okay, so paano?
Ang hirap kaya, especially nung pandemic, di ba? Like, di ba, remember that when we started to learn Zoom, and everybody just went into parang Zoom meetings and Zoom marathons, di ba?
Ano may bagong ngayon? Anong tawag nila dyan yun? Yung mga sakit ng Zoom?
Zoom fatigue.
Zoom fatigue. Okay, and lumabas yan doon sa retreat na kinanda ko lab, no?
Oo.
Ayan, they are also, nag-shout out sila. Imagine, average of 6, 5 meetings a day.
Oh, but actually, I think for the first year, ganun siya. But, and late, starting last year, we started to say, limit na natin dapat 2 to 3 na lang a day.
So,
kasi
wala,
hindi na siya, yung productivity, wala na dun andun ka na sa harap ng ng laptop mo all the time for meetings, di ba? Which could have been, we have that on our mug, meetings that could have just been simple email, di ba? So yun. So boundaries, how do you do it? Do you have tips? How do you set boundaries between work and life and the home?
Yung ibang ginagawa nila, after pagdating sa bahay, after 5, wala na. Wala na talaga, no? Sabi naman nila, pag i-email ka, wala namang babasa dyan.
Oo.
Di ba? Tama
actually,
naman.
Meron din kami dyan ngayon sa company namin, Dad. Like, when you start to make an email after 5:30, there's a notation here. Do you want to choose to send this tomorrow at 8:30.
Yeah.
Ganyan, during office
Yeah, ang galing
hours.
ha, ang galing.
Oo.
Oo. So kasi ako noon, ganun din, no? Pag, di ba lang, pag nakaupo na sa laptop, tuloy-tuloy na yan. But after our meeting in, meeting in, when I was working sa corporate world, no? Tagaytay, Baguio, tinuruan talaga kami. No? You have to set boundaries talaga. And the boundaries, may decision ka talaga na gawin. May discipline. May discipline ka talaga na pag sinabi mo.
It has to be deliberate.
Okay, may sinasabi tayo dyan, yung mga work boundaries saka home boundaries. Okay, na pagdating mo sa bahay, ito yon. Ito yung rules dito. Pagdating mo sa work, ito yung rules dito.
Yeah. So Sandy is saying on boundaries, separate your work area from your sleeping, resting area. Work in the work area. Everything else outside. Tama siya. Oo. So, di ba, Dad, when we started to have Zoom meetings in 2020, di ba, so you set up a small table and you also have your own table there, di ba? And I really treated that like an office because before I would go and open the laptop at 8:30, I put on my makeup also and everything, di ba? And then, after 5:30, after office hours, yung ritual ko talaga that I put off the laptop and close it. So that means it's end of work.
Yeah, kaya lang, mayroon pang pahabol sa mga cellphone.
Actually.
Yan, okay. So ito we're speaking work in progress to. Ako rin minsan natitempt, di ba? And hindi ko naman inaano na minsan yung mga clients kasi natin, dito lang yung time nila na umupo at mag-isip at mag-communicate sa atin. But we have to put a discipline. A boundary talaga. No? May mga boundary and ang mga tips nga dito daw dapat is dapat you are able to communicate to your superiors. No, na ako, amino, na walang text after 5 o'clock. Unless important. Okay? Ganon, na kailangan mong sagutin. Okay, na unless extraordinary talaga siya. And during weekends, ganoon kami. During weekends. Yung iba, magagalit kasi walang sumasagot. But kasi ito yung agreement Ito yung expectation. Para talaga, you can feel that this time man lang, ito yung life. Pagbalik mo sa trabaho, ito yung work.
Sabi ni Sandy, sabi niya, ano yun? For me, I don't look at my office phone when I get home from work and on weekends. Balak kuya dyan, wait until 8 a.m. or until Monday. Bala kayo dyan, sabi niya. Bala kayo dyan. Alright. And I'm seeing Ann Batelier watching us right now.
From Sanfo, LA?
No. She's back home.
English.
And Ann, actually, guilty ako dito kay Ann, Dad. Kasi minsan when an idea comes to my mind, I would post it in our chat group sa team namin, without necessarily expecting that they would, reply, early in the morning or at dawn.
Ikaw yung boss
Early, yung at dawn, di ba? Minsan,
trigger.
ini-text mo or after yung mga 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, di ba? May mga great ideas na papasok sa utak mo. Tapos, tinitext ko yan, di ba? Hello, hi, Anya. Eto si Ann, sumasagot. So, nagigilty ako dito. Kasi even if you, you wake up at 3 and then message, and not expecting for anybody to reply. Expectation mo is for them to reply in the morning. Ito, sasagot ito, di ba?
Okay.
So,
kasi nag-text ka So, yun naman ang challenge sa'yo. You have to discipline yourself.
That's why, I'm trying to really cut that out. But in our team also, because most of us are married and most of us have children, diba? So I tell them that if you can schedule your meetings or your assemblies from Monday to Friday, do it, diba? Let's avoid
hadlok po.
Let's avoid activities on weekends because that is for your family, and the reason why we work, it's because of our family. Diba? So alam nila yan.
Victim din kami dyan before, diba, yung trabaho. But again, the company made a decision talaga. Leaders led again, sinabi na pag weekend talaga, marami, tandaan ka sa butas ng karayom. Bakit ka mag-activity ng weekend? Okay, number 2, pag nag-extend ka, boss, kailangan magtrabaho sa Sabado. So, meaning to say, hindi ka marunong magplano. Kasi bakit ka mag-extend? 'Di ba? Kasi kaya nga may Saturday and Sunday para sa family mo. Kasi nalulobat ka rin eh. 'Di ba? Kailangan mong i-recharge yung
Kami
sarili.
naman, iba kasi yung setup, Dad. Yung mga people that we handle are, are free on weekends. So that's why sometimes they have their meetings on weekends. So, syempre, yung mga team namin are, forced or, wala silang choice but to join those meetings on weekends. No?
Yes.
But again, no, I always remind them, if you can, schedule these meetings from Mondays to Fridays during office hours, let's do that. Kasi, baka one of these days, awayin ako ng mga asawa ninyo or sisihin ako ng mga anak ninyo.
Ang keyword dito, no, love, I think there has to be somebody na mag-ano talaga to look this. Kasi minsan, book lang ng book eh, but mayroon talaga, na in charge, the dedicated person. Oops, mukhang walang balance. Too much na.
And that is why we have calendars.
Yes.
Diba? That's why we have calendars. No? So, and also, as much as possible, avoid yung sunod-sunod na meetings. You have to breathe also, di ba? So, in the first year nga, yun na sinasabi ko, walang pahinga. Parang the whole time na lang nandun ka nakaupo. But starting late last year, we put some boundaries already. And in fact, we have quiet Wednesdays. No meetings on Wednesdays, supposedly. Pero meron pa rin nakakapasok, nakakalusot.
Yeah. No? So learn from that, ha. May mga may mga pwedeng i-incorporate sa natin. Sa work natin, no. Pwedeng mag-quiet Monday, quiet something, no. Kami before, meron kaming strategic Monday. Pag Monday, think ka lang talaga, no. Para mas maganda kasi wala deliberate lahat, walang bara-bara na work, no? Before, ayaw mo na gusto action ka agad, but no, it's wrong pala.
You have to think.
You have to think. You have to retreat.
And read, diba? Do admin.
Yes, so important.
Fridays also that, we also have one Friday every month that it's early off.
Yeah.
No? So, we're very happy that our company, listens to the employees also, no, takes care of the wellness, no. So I think many naman of the companies are trying to adjust and trying to help provide wellness for their for their
ang keyword dyan again, if you're the employee, you have to provide feedback lang.
And wag din abusuhin. Di ba? Yun bang you're given all these things, di ba? Plus, di ba? Abusuhin pa.
So boundary is is coming from a decision talaga yan. No, walang mangyayari na ito yung na pagdating sa bahay ito yung dapat lang, pagdating sa work ito yung dapat. But ikaw as a person, you have to make a decision.
Yes.
Okay, so next, the word love. Meron bang mga comments dyan?
Okay, let's move to the next word.
Ang word is culture.
Culture, yes.
Diba, mention mo kanina, no, that happy ka na transition yung culture ng company natin. So, ang question dito, how do you encourage culture of good work-life balance within organization if you are not the manager or executive? So, di ba, wala kang influence eh. So, paano mo ngayon maparating? Part din ako ng company. Kailangan ko rin ng work-life balance.
Yes. Dad, let's just flash what Kat is saying. No, sabi ni Kat, actually, naalala ko lang, Miss Sen. Miss Sen helped me a lot with work-life balance. Being a night owl, mahilig ako sa late night working and weekends. Sometimes I forget the time. My boss always reminds me, okay, stop na, enjoy your weekend. Very rare to have a boss like that. Thank you, Kat. And we're also seeing a comment from Anne Batelier.
English.
It's very difficult to set boundaries between work and family. Correct. Kasi ito si Anne, just like all my team members, very workaholic also.
Yeah.
When we are at home, we either feel guilty for too much time spent working or with family. But as time goes by, we adjust to the new norm and we get to the balance this over time. I'm lucky that I have the right support group and company to do the balancing act. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ang keyword is support group.
Support. And and also the support from the company.
Yeah.
And so that also comes with culture, diba?
Yeah.
So yun yung sinasabi mo ngayon, yung culture. So paano nga daw, even if you are not an executive or a manager, how do you help develop that culture of striking the balance between work and family?
Yeah, so yan, halimbawa, nagbi-meeting, remind, no, na okay, ang meeting natin is only 1 hour, ha?
Yes.
Okay, wag natin patagalin kasi minsan, di ba, it becomes an avenue for di ba, for other matters.
Other matters.
Oo, and maraming nasa-sacrifice kasi sabi nga natin, no, what is the demographics of your team? Baka marami dyan may asawa na, so kailangan din lang to attend the needs of the other people nasa family.
Maalala ko one time, we had a very long meeting and it was stretching already. I think we were overtime for 2 hours
yung nanay.
Oo, but I was not the lead, ha?
Yeah.
So, and then bigla, yung mother ng boss namin, sumilip sa Zoom, sabi niyang ganun. Nagme-meeting pa ba kayo? Anong oras kayo matatapos? Kumain na kayo.
Mother's close
cute.
Yeah.
No, so,
minsan you have to be reminded, kaya sabi nga ni Kat kanina, di ba, Kat, or si Ana, support group. Minsan kasi, di ba, yung iba dyan, ipopush nila kasi gusto nilang it's their advantage. Di ba? But again, we have team na tayo eh. Mayroon tayong kanya-kanyang di ba, concern.
It's good to, to remind also your bosses and your managers, Ma'am, overtime na tayo.
Yes.
Diba?
Kaya nga
Ma'am, may next meeting pa po.
Kami, kaya nga sa team, nasa meeting namin, meron kami kanya-kanyang function. May matirasabi na Yan, ang tawag dyan, sa amin, rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
Yung rabbit, yung siya ang pag nahulog na sa sa butas. Kasi minsan, kasarapan na, di ba? Sabi, oops, time out. Parang lumalayo tayo. Parang remind, di ba? Remind lang. So yan, mayroon talagang dapat, may mga tayo, may mga tawag dyan, guards.
Yes.
Guardians of the universe.
And I think also that when you talk about culture, when family is part of the culture of the team or your or workplace, it's easier not to be able to get everyone to understand that somebody needs to take a break or what, no? So like for example, if somebody says, Ma'am, can I take my son muna for vaccination and then I'll come back right away? Diba? So that should be okay, right? That should be okay because that's family, diba?
And ang maganda kasi nagpapaalam. Alam niyo bakit? Alam niyo bakit? Bakit? Kasi minsan yung work ko before, yung iba tendency is ayaw magpaalam eh. But remember, if something happened to you kasi, ang accountable, one up kagad yan. Tatanungin yung boss mo. Hindi niya alam. So, paano ka mako-cover doon sa mga insurance or something? Diba? So, dapat, yun yung tip natin yan na huwag kayong magpaalam lang talaga. Alam ko naman human naman yung mga boss natin eh.
And it would be good to really express.
Yes.
Express what you need. Diba?
Kaya nga, very important yung tingin ko dito before in any engagement before dapat may setting of expectation talaga.
Leveling of expectations.
Wag lang yung mga
KPIs
lang puro. But again, ito mga agreements natin weekends or mga texting, mga ganon. Dapat may agreements kayo.
Maganda nga yung change ngayon, Dad, na parang, di ba dati yun nga, puro lang numero pag nag-uusapan natin, when our bosses talk to us, di ba, or when we talk to our subordinates, di ba? Ngayon, I think most companies are doing it. There's a culture change, there's a, it's more of coaching already, asking, okay, so what support do you need from me so that we'll be able to get to what you want? Or is there anything that bothers you right now? And that is the opportunity for you as a mother, for you as a father, not to bring up items like, I may not be able to attend a certain meeting because there are, priorities at home that I need to also give my attention to. So, yung mga ganyan, and that really helps.
Ang kagandahan na ngayon kay mga yung mga tinatawag na ngayon sa company ng mga HR partners, HR BPs, di ba? Business partners.
Yes.
Di ba? So, lahat ng mga decision, tinitingnan ng mga HR. Di ba? So, makita ninyo yung holistic na yung approach eh.
Yes.
Holistic na yung approach. So, yun. These are mga areas na nag-imove na yung culture ng isang kumpanya.
Sandy's saying, culture starts with you. Set boundaries and make it clear sa counterparts mo why you are doing that, more often than not, they will follow suit and it will become a culture.
Great, San, ha? Natututo ka na sa big picture ko, ha?
I think you're ready, Sans.
Tama yan, ha? So, yan, di ba? Kaya yun ang topic ko nung last
Yes,
big picture.
Culture does start with you. Thank you for that.
Tama yun. Thank you for aligning with us. No? Yan yung pinipreach namin about culture. But again, no, ang culture hindi tumatakbo yan pag walang tao na
nag-drive it and doing it, living it, di ba?
So, burnout, boundary culture, yung compliance love.
That you have to define compliance kasi iba ang compliance sa amin.
Okay, ito. How do you, simple lang naman how do you avoid the comparison to college without children? Kasi minsan yung mga binata at sila yung binapabalan sa trabaho. Diba sila lang kasi may rason, may pamilya ako so I have to go home early. Diba kayo na lang, diba? So paano kaya yan, love? Paano kaya natin yan
Hindi ko masagot.
Yung bang ang mindset dito is life after work scenario ba? After work. Sila na. Banat lang kaya mga assignments.
Kasi wala naman kayong mga anak. Wala
mga
naman
work,
kayong mga
yung
asawa.
mga workload, di ba? Binibigay na doon. Di ba? Oo. Millennials naman kayo di ba? So, kayo na magtrabaho niyan.
Bata kayo.
Yeah. So, dito this is a challenge in the workplace right now. So, paano natin yan?
May tip ba kayo dyan?
Yung mga paano natin i-address yan?
Yung mga nakaka-experience dyan, na tinatambak sa inyo kasi wala kayong asawa, wala kayong mga anak.
Walang asawa. So, yung iba nga alam, di ba? Mag-asawa na lang ako. Meron naman akong boyfriend, meron akong girlfriend. But again, because of that, it's a reality. Hindi ka, tumatawa kami ni Coach dito, but it's a reality. It's happening right now na pag yan, pag mga binata, mga millennials, load ka agad, load.
But also, when we talk about times and generations, actually, marunong naman din mag-speak out yung mga millennials ngayon. They will always say, I'm sorry, but I also need my me time, di ba? So,
Or lumalabas yung pagkapaniki nila.
Ano paniki?
Yung ba't ako? Ba't ako? Marami naman dyan.
Diba? So, admittedly, in a group, whether that person is married or not, meron talagang yung volunteering na ako na ma'am, or ako na, ganyan. And syempre, paghanap ka pa ba ng iba, may nagvo-volunteer na, so doon na binibigay.
But again, ang danger dito is, do not commit.
Overcommit. Do not overcommit kasi you also think of what will you be sacrificing, So we're not, of course, you have to put in your best, right? But you and your family, also needs your best.
And sabi nga natin dito is learn to say no. Kasi when you say no, may yes ka nang tinanggap Diba? So, hindi masama. But, explain mo naman. Example, boss, meron akong tatlo na yung naka-assign sa akin
Yes.
Diba? So,
pwede iba naman.
Iba naman. But next time, pag okay na ako, I can accept that task or like papatrabaho mo sa akin. But, huwag kayong mas tama naman kasi may rason ka. And I know the boss will also understand. Diba? Minsan kasi may mga tayo tinatawag na go-to guy. Pag ito, siya agad yan. Ibigay ka agad. Ikaw naman, feel mo rin kasi ikaw yung go-to guy.
I'm lucky because I have a lot of go-to guys and gals in my team.
But again, sa mga natin, mga viewers and mga nag-interact dyan, minsan, you have to strike a balance again. Huwag i-strike ang balance kasi minsan, ito ang danger kasi pag push button mo yan di ba? Kasi ako magaling dito so lahat sa akin, pero yun pala punong-puno na yung cup mo.
Yes.
Di ba? So you're also sacrificing.
Yep.
Okay, so compliance, ngayon last sanity. Okay, so
sanity.
Can you really have it all now, career, family, and still stay sane? Now, ikaw na.
Let's go back to work-life balance, di ba? It's always, a push and pull kind of thing, di ba? That, ano ba talagang bibigyan ko ng priority ngayon? Diba? So, is it really possible that at certain time, no, na let's say 100% of your attention and your commitment is really at work lang and nothing else?
Yep.
Is that possible? No, or like 100% ito talaga life lang and family lang talagang isipin ko at this time. Is that possible?
Mhm.
Honestly, no.
Yep.
I mean, let's just be realistic. It cannot, for me, it doesn't happen. I don't know you guys.
Mhm.
Diba? Yes, we set boundaries, right? Ano pa yung sinasabi mo?
Sige na.
Yeah, so we set boundaries and all, diba? But still, no? Work will still creep into the household, creep into family, and family concerns also creeps into work time, diba? So, what is really the solution to that?
Anong solusyon?
Anong solution to that? Is it really balance? Diba?
May balance ba talaga?
Oo. Kaya ba talagang gawin yan?
Sige lang. Ano
Diba?
ang ma-prescribe
So,
ni Coach Xenas?
I think the most realistic is really work-life blend.
Wow.
Diba? Work-life blend, no? Kaya look, because we have to accept, minsan, like, you have to be like 60-40, 60% work, 40% family. Minsan, it's like 80-20, diba?
Yes.
Diba? Or minsan, it's 60 family, 40 work, diba?
Yeah.
So, mga ganyan, no? But this happens, you know, the balance or the, is different every time, no? Because yung priorities mo also change from day to day.
Oo,
No?
kasi
Or your attention.
before, wala kang
Oo.
asawa. Ngayon, nag-asawa ka na, so nag-change yung priority mo.
Or like, for example,
Nag-change yung balance.
or like, for
Diba?
example, on a daily basis, something comes up in the family. So, diba? So, your attention is focused there and you have to, you know, set work aside muna. Say, can I spend the first hour, you know, bringing my kid to school so that I need to get the report card? Diba? Or while waiting for your turn there, you are on a meeting.
Yes.
Diba? So that's sort of a blend. Diba?
Blend, yeah.
Oo. So, what does it take to have a blend? A work-life blend? First of all, it's all about knowing, accepting that it needs to be a blend rather than a balance.
Yeah.
Okay?
Agree.
And then second, you have to know your priorities.
Yep.
You have to clarify what is important to you now. No? So, yan. And, you know, at this, you know, when you set priorities, minsan, it comes to a point where, is the job that I'm holding right now, no, allows me to stick to these priorities.
Yep.
Okay? So, probably why we are losing some people, no, across the companies, because they have set their priorities. They are not able to have that blend.
Yeah.
Diba? So they need to find work that will allow them a better blend. Okay?
Yeah. Kasi minsan ang challenge, ang ano natin the mindset is para bang yung kinukwento ka ni Coach Xenas kanina. Parang ang work is the enemy of life.
Yes.
Enemy yung treatment natin Magkaaway sila.
Yes.
Diba? Oo.
Ayan ang sabi ni Anne, how do we define sanity in this crazy world? That will be a topic for another day.
Another day. Sanity meaning hindi mo na intindihan.
Yes. And,
punong-puno ka na.
Yes. And Jerry Tubo says, learn to delegate.
Yes, Caps Jerry. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Learning to delegate also helps you avoid burnout.
And pero yung tao na
dinidelegate mo,
yun
baka yun na nababurnout. Okay, so another way also that is, you know, being flexible.
Yep.
Okay, and it would also really help if the company that you're working for allows you this flexibility.
Yes.
Diba? So
maraming companies ngayon, di ba? Flexible sila.
Yeah, they do flexi time. Diba? They can come in early, clock out late, clock out early also. Like some comes in 7, goes out at 4.
Work from home, diba? Tapos sa office,
Yeah, they have, you know, even after the companies have, you know, come face to face, they still allow work from home, diba? So, yan, 2 weeks work from home, 2 weeks in the office, yung mga ganyan. Diba? So,
and depende rin sa trabaho. Kasi mayroon talagang trabaho hindi pwedeng mag-work from home.
Like?
Imbalmer ka. Ano ka mag-work from home?
Carpenter.
Carpenter ka, paano, di ba?
Daddy. Diba? And
Uh-uh.
of course,
Uh,
we're talking about prioritizing, being flexible, diba? And we
Uh.
did say that priorities change every now and then. Eh. So it would also be good to have some check-ins, no? You schedule check-ins wherein you need to assess. Ito pa rin ba ang priority ko?
Yes. Great.
Diba? Or that's my pwede pa ba sa work ko na ganito ang gagawin ko, yung
Yep.
mga ganyan. Diba, have I informed my boss, the significant persons in my workplace about these priorities? Are they supportive of it?
Mhm.
Yung mga ganyan. No?
Yes.
So, yeah,
Uh-uh.
daddy, look at the time.
Yes. Okay lang yan. No? Okay lang yung time na yan. Yan.
Yes.
Meron lang akong no? Ako naman, on my part, no? Tawag dito. Kasi ito nga yung sinasabi ko. Klaro ba? Ayan. No?
50-50.
50-50 sila sabi ko kina equation na pag naging 60 ang isa, no? Nagiging 40 ang isa, parang ang guilty na natin.
Guilty na.
Guilty na kagad natin. So, meron akong equation kasi na no, to avoid that or to naman no na parang you feel good naman about dun sa ginawa mo. So, ito yung equation ko na suggestion. Ano yan? 100, 100. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? From 50-50 to 100 to 100. Okay, meaning to say, if you are at work, give your 100%. If you are with your family, give your 100%. Okay, simple lang yan siya, but it works for me. It works for me. And sa tingin ko, very important yan. No? Yung mo. Kasi nagigilty tayo kasi hindi mo binigay lahat eh. Okay, so yung mindset ko lang, no, kasama mo sila, give mo the best. No? Pag nasa work ka, give also your best.
But you also have to accept that there are times that you can still give 100%, even if work or family would creep into each other.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah. So the keyword right now is blended na talaga. Hindi mo pag-iwalay dyan. Friend yan sila. No, hindi sila enemy.
Yes.
Okay, so love, closing, parting words.
Oh yes, I think we've run out of time. No, we'd like to be talking about this more. No, probably in the coming episodes, right? But I do hope that you learn from us tonight. No, and strike that blend, that perfect blend in working and family, diba? And so that we will all be keeping be well, no, both physically and mentally, right? No, and that is the 100% that our family actually needs from us.
Okay.
All right, Dad.
Okay naman. Okay, so whatever your work-life balance alternative, no, it's time to get a bit more involved. So dapat involved kayo nito. Huwag yung hayaan na iba ang mag-prescribe sa'yo. Okay, a bit more creative ka dapat sa approach. So, blended na tayo ngayon, ha? Okay, and a bit more intentional. Be intentional doon sa priorities mo. Okay, it's time to be more conscious about the work life we are trying to create and open up the space for a deeper, richer work-life conversation. For ourselves, for teams, and for the people we love.
Yes.
Okay.
And so at this point, we say thank you. Thank you
very
everyone.
much.
Those who were very actively communicating and participating in the discussion. Thank you so much. Now we'll see you again Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Coach Xenas.
Thank you, Coach Sisoy.
Okay.
See you again
See
on the
you
next
again.
episode of Choose Family Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.